have been good to short. Guys, as you know, we say we probably get the Sunday pump to the Monday dump. Evening or towards the weekly close, we do pump. Yeah, mostly. Then Monday market dumps. Has become standard already. So yesterday we had the Monday dump as usual. Then before that, last week we had the Monday dump. Here, guys. Basically, yeah, if you shorted each Monday after the Sunday pumps, you would have made money since many months actually. Yeah, guys, really shitty market. So bad that people don't even join the stream. We only have Zasha, you're the only one in the stream right now, and the admin Adura. Maybe I should make an announcement because wait, stream now. Join. It should actually notify everyone, but I guess it didn't do it. Zasha, how's it going, brother? I see you were one of the lucky ones with the size prop. They had closed the new signups, but you signed up before that. Before the version 2 update started, you signed up on size prop. Then after that, they closed new members. So nobody could join anymore until they have updated. Range like November. I'm learning a lot, something new every day. Well, that's the best thing to do at the moment, as I said. Not trading actually, not risking, and better learn the technical analysis, sharpen your skills, because guys, the market will start working again. At the moment, it is not working, and that's normal, guys. But it will again be normal. It has to be normal again. And then the skills that you learn right now will be important. Up 2% on step two. Nice, brother, nice. So I guess you are managing risk, right? So not taking like high risk plays all in, but you know, at least managing risk a bit and going slow. Yeah, nice, nice. Good, brother, good. It's usually difficult to do that, right? On the funded size prop account because yeah, it's you have a lot of slippage there, right? Small moves already, if you go big with size, then small move already make a lot difference. Yeah, probably the best thing to do what you are doing, Sasha. Not go big and try to do it slowly. Yes. Just like normal regular trading, actually. Yeah. And can you play stop losses there on sides prop? Is that working? Have you tried stop losses? Yes? Okay, nice. Yeah, I think it will be a lot better once they implement version 2. Then we can all start trading. At the moment, it's not possible, as I said, since they closed the new signups. You were the first ones who signed up Yeah, I also said that I think 80K will not hold. If Bitcoin goes down here, I think it will go to 70K. So those are the things that I said when I was a bit more active. So this is actually not surprising to me, guys, what happened. Bitcoin came down to the EMA 200 and wicked a bit lower, which is also very normal. So it could have wicked down to 50K. It's a wick. It closed above the weekly EMA 200. So yes, that was the plan and it played out. Now we are here. And fam, look at the past weeks here. Since October, the market went down in a very harsh way, right? So we only had this November to uh, yeah, January sideways consolidation, but everything else, like here, October to November, and now January to February was a hard dump. Means, guys, it was not possible to trade anyway, because many of us say the market has become difficult, it doesn't work anymore, like, it's not tradable anymore. But actually, what happened is the market was in a massive downtrend, and downtrends had always been like difficult. The only difference is that we usually do not have big downtrends like this. I mean, usually, look here, they are smaller, right? We have small downtrends, except here in 21, we had a bigger one. But other than that, usually we did not had any major, like, where Bitcoin dropped 50% like here. That's why the past few weeks had been difficult. It's very normal. Hey Malik, welcome, brother. So I was just speaking about Bitcoin the past weeks. We had a downtrend which we had not since, you know, actually we never had a big downtrend like this. And so it's very normal that it was difficult to trade in the past weeks, guys. And from here, it can only be better. So we had the big correction already. From here, it can only be better. So is the bottom in? I think, honestly, I am leaning to yes, guys. We could get a V-shaped recovery from here, or we might get a retest of the low, a retest of the SMA 200 here. Both is possible. I am leaning more towards the reversal. Um, Let me show you one example of a V reversal. We had that in 2020 here. One moment. Oh, let me open up the all-time chart. On the COVID dump, guys, the COVID dump here, which is this one. This move here, guys. Bitcoin had also came down very hard, down to the EMA SMA 200, just like now. This was the major FUD, COVID, when the news came out that we will have lockdowns and so on. Market dumped extremely. After it had already came down, it made a massive dump. And from there, we had a V recovery, the so-called V shape. That means market makes a form like a V and goes up without making a double bottom or triple bottom. Just one V shape and then recovery. So that's a V recovery, guys. Let's look at it from the daily perspective, how it looked back then. And also on the daily, you will see that it's basically a V shape here, guys. This, and then we had a small retest near the bottom, but not fully down. And basically a V-shape recovery. And the only question right now is if we get a V-shape recovery or not. Actually, that's always the question on local bottoms. We have to always ask that. sometimes it happens that you have a immediate recovery, but usually it's mostly like a double bottom. Let me show you some examples. Double or triple bottom, basically a consolidation like here, guys. So here on this bottom we had 1, 2, 3 lows. Here also 2 lows. This is a bottom formation anyway, but also here multiple lows. Here as well, a double bottom, 1 low, and then a sweep, a double bottom. And right now, the question is if we get a double bottom like bottom formation or a V shape. A V shape would look like this. So basically hold on the weekly 200 EMA, maybe retest a bit lower. One moment, let's make this dark. Yeah, and then go up from here. Now, actually, this looks like a double bottom. Let me make it a bit better. A V shape would be like this. Stay on the EMA 200 and go up from here. So that's possible, guys. This would be a V shape recovery. Okay. So I'm leaning towards this because right now, most people think that the bottom is not in. If I would make a poll on X and ask, guys, is the bottom in? Probably more people would say no. If I ask, is the bottom in 60K? Let me do that actually. Is the bottom in? Let's make a poll. Yes. No, lower. Yes. Okay. Is the bottom in? Yes, maybe retest, but yes or no lower. I'm pretty sure, guys, that no lower will be more. We'll have more votes. We will see that tomorrow. But for a bottom, it must sweep the lows first. No, brother. A sweep is not a must. That's what I'm talking about. A V-shaped recovery is also possible. So yeah, mostly we get the sweep and the consolidation, like double bottom, triple bottom, which is a consolidation, right? And the big guys are buying more than one time because that's what they have to do, because they are trading with a bigger size. So moves like this, guys, is not only because of the chart or whatever. This is because the big guys, they cannot buy in one go, you know? They have to buy in more attempts to fill their orders because they are trading with more size. So they buy here, then they bring the price back down to their entry by taking some profit, and then they buy more until they are filled with the amount that they want. The problem is they have such a big size, if when they buy, the price goes up already. That's why you have these wicks. When you see the price comes down here, the big guys are buying, and then that's how these wicks came to existence. Price shoots up when they buy. Then they take some profit to bring the price back down, and they buy again. They need they need 2 or 3 times to do that usually. That's why in most cases, Sasha, you have that, like you said, you have a sweep or a double bottom, triple bottom. But in some cases, it can happen that they decide to make a V recovery and then they buy on the way up. So they do not buy at similar price, but they make stacking orders. They bought here, for example, then they buy here, and so on. That can happen, brother. And I am leaning towards that, to be honest. And we will see when we get a weekly close after this now below the CMA 200, then I would say, okay, we make a double bottom. But as long as we are now here on the weekly EMA 200 from a weekly close basis, if we stay above this from a weekly close basis, then I will say, yes, we get the V recovery, as I said. But if we start to close below here, for example, end of this week, we close below this EMA 200, then I would say, okay, we probably retest near the low or maybe even sweep it. Okay. Yeah. And what I want to say, guys, is that recently the market has been difficult. It's normal because look at this. We had a massive downtrend since October. So technically, it couldn't be more different than this, right? To trade. So do not think that trading is impossible. It has become impossible to be profitable. No, it's just that the market has been shitty since half a year, which is normal, but it can only be better. If we go sideways here now, it will be better than this downtrend that we had. So I'm just trying to make some motivation, guys. It can only be better. Don't worry. And also, in sideways periods and phases like this, for example, here or here, you know what happens? You have those um, things in crypto where some coins go on insane runs. I remember it was here, for example, paper. You know, the paper coin came out, it made like 100,000 X or so. That was in a bear market. It was not in a bull run. So we will have those few crypto projects that will go on massive runs, and we might be lucky to catch some of them. Other than that, as I said, it can only be better. Guys, do you know what I have missed? Spot at some point. Wrapping can't be fulfilled. Yeah. Spot Bitcoin. Brother, I had bought spot Bitcoin around 25K uh, in one moment. Yeah, in 2023, but I did not hold it up to 100K. Zasha, as you know, I am not the best holder, brother. As soon as I have profits, I usually take them. So I have taken profits off at 40K already after I bought at 25K. Because if you go big, brother, you know, it's difficult to hold when you have serious profits. So after that, after I multiplied that money, brother, the 2x, um, I started trading basically. And I know many colleagues did the same. So I know nobody who bought Bitcoin very cheap and held it up to 100K. Sadly, we didn't do that. And I know nobody. Most of my colleagues complain and are sad that they just didn't help Bitcoin. Although we always said 100K, 100K. Brother, we always said that. In 2017, I knew that Bitcoin would go to 100K one day. We always believed in that. And also when I bought at 20K here in 2023, I tweeted that I said, guys, sell your house, buy Bitcoin at 20K, it will go to 100K. I made tweets like that, brother. So, and I bought. But what I did is I took profits around 45K. Yeah, yeah. Because here I wasn't sure if we retest the bottom again or not. Here, brother, this move tricked me and I took profits. Then, of course, I bought and sold again on the way up. It's not like I did not make any profits here. These whole up moves, guys, I also shared many good longs and multiplied my trading balances many times. And that's what I also wanted to say, guys. Sometimes the market is so good, like here in 2023, the end of 2023, guys, I have absolutely destroyed it on Twitter, right? Any trade that I shared was a massive winner, and here as well. Here, Ethereum, I had shared the bottom and caught the massive Ethereum run. And these phases, fam, these phases are phases where you can easily make profit. And not only make profit, I'm speaking like multiply your account. For my kids, brother, actually now is the time to buy Bitcoin spot. Yes. But to be honest, brother, I am right now about to build a new house and so on. I have to look actually you know, if I can, yeah, if I should actually buy some Bitcoin, I think now is the good time to buy spot. Yes, actually makes sense. Yeah, but I would not risk everything, Sasha, at this point because of the situation in the world, the global economics right now. I cannot be 100% sure about the market. It's possible that we get a long sideways period as well until 2028 or 29. So that can also be possible that we go up and, sideways. Look at this. This is 2028 or 2000. This can also happen. So I don't know that. That's why I will stick to trading. And yeah, but if anyone wants to buy a spot and hold something, Bitcoin is probably a good it's probably the best choice at the moment because gold is already up a lot. Gold, as you know, silver, they made massive runs. And last time, guys, when gold was here, I know somebody asked and I said it can go much higher. So I targeted these highs here, but I said it can go much higher and it went on a massive run. Look at this. But I see right now that it also made a hard correction. I didn't see this. I didn't check it since some days. And yeah, basically, gold already went up a lot. It looks like it looks toppy, but it still can go higher, guys. You never know. In times of global uncertainty, right, like right now, where especially the wealthy people look for alternative assets to park their wealth, you see moves like this happening. So this happened in the 80s, 70s, 80s, and then now, right now, since 2024, gold has gone insane. Crazy, actually. And this is missing on Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin went up as well since 2023 at the same time when gold went up. But compared to gold, Bitcoin does not look that crazy, right? Yeah, compared with gold, year 2023, Bitcoin looks not that crazy. It went up sideways, went up a bit more sideways. Compared to that, gold looks like this from end 2003. It looks like this. Yeah, Bitcoin didn't do that, but what it did is made a hard correction since October. So yes, I think Bitcoin is a good choice right now for people who are looking for assets because I think it can only be better from here, guys. Probably Bitcoin goes up. Yeah, Sasha. So I might buy some spot Bitcoin. It's just not my priority at the moment because I'm busy with a lot of stuff right now. I My brain capacity, Sasha, at the moment is not the best. Hopefully I will yeah, be fully trading again soon. I just have to handle some private stuff first. GC is limited. Yeah, yeah. Malik, I think the bottom is in, as I said. I think this is the bottom, brother. And everyone else, the bottom is probably in my opinion. As I said, most people would say no. Yeah, you see this here? I said I expect most people to say no, lower. Look at this, 65%. I knew it. I told you guys, look, I said most people will say no, it goes lower. Look at this, 65%. Because yes, because most people think that the price goes lower, I think the bottom is probably in right now. Not only from a TA perspective, from TA perspective, this is a textbook bottom. SMA 200 came down to EMA 200. Yeah, crazy. Like A moment. Yeah, let's go from the bottom, from the major bottom here to the high, and Bitcoin came down to Fibonacci, yeah, 618 as well. Yeah, guys, which is why the weekly MAs are also there. As you know, I told you this is mostly in confluence when you have the EMAs 200 and the Fibonacci 618 are usually in confluence most of the time. Malik, we are waiting for them to update. They actually launched, but then some mistakes happened because they are new, as you know. They immediately started to update to version 2. Some have been lucky, like Zasha, who signed up early, so they are still in, they are not affected, but everyone else cannot sign up at the moment. But in the next days, it will be finished, hopefully, and then we can start trading like Zasha does. And I asked Zasha how he does it, and he's risking small, just like in regular trading, he's risking 1% and going for the slow method. I think that's good, brother. Trading slowly, just like we do usually, and trying to get those two phases in which you have to make 10% gain. So you basically need like 3 trades with 3, 4 R, you know? You have to catch 3 good trades with like 3 or 4 R for one phase, in one phase. If you do that, you pass phase 1, then you get phase 2, and then again you have to catch like 3, 4, or 5 trades with a good R, like 2 R, 3 R. Yeah, that's the best way I think to do it. Another way to do it is to risk a bit more and buy a potential bottom here and hold. But I think the market is not uh, favoring holding. Holding has not been profitable in the past month. It can be different now when we start the uptrend. Then probably holding will become profitable again. But we can't say that for now because possibly we go sideways. So not holding, but short trades are still the better choice, Malik. Short trades like buy and sell, buy in and then sell out. It's probably better than holding still at the moment until we start going up. Yeah, then we can. Will we have a special trader for prop trading, or we can take any trade from the trader we follow here? So my initial plan, brother, was to make a section for that and only share trades with high confidence, brother. And I want to talk with the traders, with Wave and with Koala and so on, that we discuss trades, and when we have confluence with each other and confidence, then we will share the trades in that section. So it will be a high confidence, high probability trade section. Yeah, that was my initial plan, and I think that's the best way to do it, right? Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it, brother. Then that, guys, right now, what's happening in the world with the Epstein, it is crazy. I mean, it is not surprising for me. I always knew these things. You know, since 2010, guys, I know that the world is the economic, the financial world, and the media, and so on, that it's all controlled by a certain group of people, right? By the not only the Zionists, but basically by by a sect, by crazy people like satanic people. Yeah, they are actually really satanic. And sadly, it's all true, guys. They do sacrifice children, really bad people. So I always knew these things, guys. That's why I was never a fan of Hollywood and the media world and so on. There's always messages and the video clips and the music video clips, they are always satanic messages. I am living with that knowledge since almost 2 decades now, guys. For me, it's nothing new. But right now, it's all coming out slowly and slowly. And believe me, guys, this is only the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more disgusting things, and nobody will get arrested. Look how many people are in the Epstein fields, how many politicians, but nobody gets arrested. Yeah, because the system would collapse if they started to, prosecute those people. The system would collapse. All of them are, in that. Also, prop trading, then too, I think. Awesome. Always and Ruffian also do prop trading. Yeah, I think Always had a funded account. He got a promotion account from Muro Trader. They offered me that too, brother. When you're an influencer, they do tell you, hey, we give you a funded account. So I personally, I do not have to pass any test if I wanted, brother. They would give me a funded account for free if I promote them, if I share that on Twitter. No, I think that's how Always got it. But Ruffian, I think, and then Legit, they legit passed the test. And that's what we will do here like that. So I think we will, uh, yeah, Dan actually is someone who shares high probability trades most of the times, right? He's not risking low probability trades like I do sometimes, but I am going to do that different from now on, brother. I am also trying to stick with high probability trades from now on. Yes, I am bullish on Bitcoin. As I said, I am leaning towards a V-shape recovery, as I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, brother. V-shape means that we do not get much lower prices from here. I do think that price can continue bullish from here. Of course, it might sweep the lows here. That can happen, but not necessarily. So what I would do is look for a, I don't know where his stop is. I will check it. I think his stop is probably here somewhere below 65K. I think, let me quickly check it. So that's where I would place it. Yeah, as I thought, tire here. He used a very tight stop. It can play out, of course, yes. I didn't think about it much. I didn't check from an order flow perspective. I didn't check yet, guys. I have to spend a bit more time, pay a bit attention, think about it, order flow wise, where the big guys probably bought and so on. Therefore, I need some minutes. I would have to check and think about it. But just right now, quickly, just by looking at it, I would say there's a chance that it sweeps this low here. That's why placing a stop here can be risky, brother. Can be risky. But again, as I said, I didn't spend any time thinking, so maybe Dan checked it and knows better right now. But I would try to buy a sweep here, place my stop a bit lower. So below here. Probably basically below that here, below, you know, yeah, this is how I would try it. Place my stop below 65 and try to get in at 67 like this. And this is the potential resistance here, 71.5. That's the first major resistance, brother. So if we reject there, then Bitcoin maybe makes the actually a double bottom and so on. Also the EMA 200, SMA 200 are coming down. So that's where the resistance is here, 71,500, brother. it would have to reclaim that level to be bullish. So 71,500 has to be reclaimed. Price has to close above it and so on. Otherwise, if you get rejected there, yeah, we could get, maybe price goes up from here now, then comes down to the level where I said I would enter. Sweep this low here. Yeah. The more time I spent looking at it, yeah, I think right now, by looking at it, I think this is possible here, guys. PM, brother, we are right now in a phase where the entire market made a correction. So the next coins that will run are the major coins together with Bitcoin and Ethereum will be the major coins. But for that, the market has to go up. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and so on, they have to go up. So it has to be clear that the bottom is in. So once that is clear, then the majors will run. Until then, I think the good performing coins will be those newly listed coins, brother, that most people do not expect to rally. Yeah, majors like Solana, yes, Solana, Ethereum, XRP, and so on. And they look really bad, guys, at the moment. Those coins, from a TA perspective, they look totally fucked. Look at this. I mean, they look like they could go to zero, They could come back all the way down. Like, this is how they look for me, the altcoins right now, to be honest with you, right? So that's why I do not recommend to buy, brother. So the only thing that we can do is wait for the market to actually turn better first. Wait for that. Once it does that, then we can start risking more and so on. So basically wait for the market to turn bullish again, to reverse, and then go up. Until then, it is still recommended to not risk more at the moment. I know, guys, the past half year was difficult. Whole market went down. You are probably losing patience or your hope that you will ever make life-changing money. But guys, let me tell you, do not give up. We had really one of the worst times in crypto that we had the past half year. So it will be better. It can only be better from here. Okay. And do not give up. Also, in the next phases that come, we will probably have coins that will be like outliners and make massive runs, new projects that will come out. So do not give up, guys. I know many people who still make life-changing money at the moment, even in this shitty market. You never know when you get lucky. And in the next 1 or 2 years, I think there will still be many chances, many opportunities. Yeah. Just stick around, guys. Do not give up. Stick around. Just don't make the mistake to risk too much in a low probability trade right now because you think it's your last chance. It's never your last chance, guys. I had that mindset in 2017 when we had the bull run in 2017. I thought that's the last chance to make money because I thought World War III is starting. I already thought that in 2017 because there also was the Iran war, potentially war with Iran. It's not something new. It was already there in 2017. I thought that's the last chance to make money. And then here also, I thought it's the last chance. And after that, the world will collapse. Apocalypse will start. We will never make money again. But guys, as you see, there's always new chances. Okay? The market has already come down a lot. So the worst is already behind us. Even if it goes a bit lower, it cannot go much lower. So most people right now expect lower prices. They expect 50K here, right? And that's possible. It's not that I say it's not possible. It is possible. But the thing is, worse is behind us. I mean, even if it goes to 50K, price is closer to 50K than it is to the highs. So yeah. So can DCA a bit now, slowly more if we get lower retest. On Solana, I would not buy Solana right now, brother. I would not buy Solana. I said majors, yeah, but do not buy Solana. If you want to buy something, then Bitcoin. If you want to buy something, spot. Other than that, please wait for the trades that are being shared by me, by Wave. As I said, I will from now on look for more higher probability trades with higher confidence. Uh, yeah, wait for the trades. It's actually better to trade less, but higher probability, you know? Quality over quantity is always what I say. Yeah. So potentially reshape, as I said, fam, that's what I'm looking at. We are waiting for the prop firm to implement version 2, hopefully in the next days, then introduce the section for that. Yeah. Other than that, guys, I am good. Sorry for being less active recently. The baby is good. As you know, I got a newborn. The baby is all right. And he's doing well. I'm spending a lot of time with him. And my wife is good okay as well. The team behind Size Prop, brother, I know one of the founders. He's a friend of mine. He's a very trustworthy person who is from Europe, from a country called Norwich, I think in English. I know him since 2017. He's a good guy. He's one of the guys who always cared about his reputation and who himself always took losses to not make people lose. So he really is someone who cares for the people and for the community. And I know that big projects are investing into size prop projects like, I don't know if I'm allowed to share that, but we are not many people here. Projects like Pengu, brother, are in size prop, but the founder of that. And I think that will all be announced. I'm not allowed to give a lot of information at the moment. It is, as you know, it is starting right now. And we are very early with that, brother, with the size prop. But I know that the person is very, very trustworthy, always loyal, always helpful, and caring for the community. So he was never someone who dumped anything or, you know, he himself took a lot of losses to not make people lose. So basically, like I did as well. Uh, yeah. Yo, it's when I see them. A hype was interesting for me, but it is way too crowded. Too many people try to catch the long on it. That's why it's taking so much time. I see that it right now we tested the EMA 200 on the H4, so basically potentially a good long from here. It swept, it made one low, it swept the low. Yes, I will share a new hype trade from here. Let me check the SMA. Potentially it can come down to here, to 27.5 in a worst case, where the SMA 200 is. So you would have to place your stop below that. Maybe buy some here, half size, and then add when the price comes down. You know, hype. is still good, although I think it's crowded. It's a crowded trade right now. But it does not change the fact that Hyperliquid is now the exchange of choice. Since the Binance FUD, there's a lot of FUD on Changpeng Zhao right now, right, on Twitter. I feel sad for him. There's a lot of FUD. CZ. They are lynching him, guys. Really. They are destroying him. So much FUD. Look here, he's defending himself. I don't like it, guys. He's one of the big guys in crypto who made one of the best exchanges, you know, and yeah, flooding him like that is bad for crypto. It's bad for crypto, you know. I don't like people flooding him right now. I don't think he deserved it. Of course, exchanges do some shady things sometime, you know, dump and so on, but he's not trading himself, you know. He has market makers. I don't think that he is manipulating the market with bad intentions. Brother, manipulation, all big guys are manipulating. But what is manipulation? Manipulation is they are forced to trade in that way. They cannot trade different. Big guys have to trade in a certain way. They cannot buy, for example, when not everybody is selling. They can buy when everybody is selling because they have much higher amounts of money, brother. So they can only sell, for example, take profit when everyone is buying. When everyone is bullish and buying, that's where they can make profit and sell. So they trade basically. They look where the orders are, and that's how they trade. You cannot blame them for that, brother. If you had a lot of money, you would have to trade like that as well. Yeah, but announce 1 billion buy in 30 days and dump 2 billion next day. Yeah, that's shady. That's something shady. I don't know about that, brother, to be honest, but if he did that with knowledge, with intention, then of course that's shady. So he would deserve some critics for that. Yeah, but I think the FUD is just too much right now. There's so much FUD. So people should check if he did that by intention. So you should listen to him as well. You don't know if he did that with intention because he has a whole team of people, you know, who are trading and not, he's not a trader, brother. He's not trading himself. I know, for example, the founder of Bybit, Ben, he's also not trading, brother. They are bad traders. They have Bybit accounts, for example, themselves, but they are losing all the time. They trade for fun, but they're only losing. They are not traders, brother. They are founders. They have people who trade for them. And if the team does something shady, maybe he had no full knowledge about that. So I don't know about what you said, Sasha. If it's true, then yes, it's bad for him, but I don't know. I would listen to him as well. I would listen to all sides, and I think the FUD right now it's not good for crypto in general, brother. It's too much, and yeah, but the market, yeah, dumped anyway. It's not like he is the only FUD right now. Also, the Epstein FUD that he is involved in Bitcoin, it's much worse. That's much worse than CZ FUD. That Epstein was involved in Bitcoin in 2011, that he funded some of the programmers, some of the founders of Bitcoin, that Epstein, you know, financed them, funded them, that's much worse. Brother, imagine if people like Epstein are behind Bitcoin. That's really bad because you know how much they have. Then they have the power to dump it. Always, you know, that's the major thought right now. Yeah. Let's see, brother. Let's see. In the worst case, we will trade forex. In the worst case, I think it's much easier to trade right now forex. To be honest, sometimes I'm looking at forex charts, considering if I should not start trading forex. It's much easier than crypto at the moment. But also, the worst is behind us. So let me not decide now. Let's see. Yeah, I have seen that, brother. I had seen that. He said, I'm not sure about the super cycle anymore. But he said, because of the global economic situation, just like I did. He didn't say it's because of the FAT against him. He said, because of the situation in the world. And yeah, he's right. We have potentially war with Iran. Israel is pushing USA, and Trump is, listening to Israel. He's like their muppet. And Israel always wanted to have war with Iran. They made war with all countries there in the Middle East, and now they want Iran, but Iran is not like Iraq, it's not like Syria or Lebanon. Iran is a bit more, it would have more consequences. Let me say it like that. It would have much bigger consequences for the world if they start a war with Iran. I know that Israel does not care about that. Maybe it's even what they want. World War III situation. I do think that the elites who are behind Israel want that World War III anyway. I think that's the main reason why Israel was founded. Yeah, I think the Rothschild family founded Israel only to start World War III. It was from the beginning, it was the purpose of Israel to provoke and start World War III situation. They founded Israel in the middle of the Muslim countries. That's why they did it, brother. And that's what Israel is going to do to start that World War III situation. Mm, And sadly, we are closer to that than we were ever before. We are closer to that scenario because if Iran gets attacked, it will not only stay with that, brother. China and Russia will also join that. China, I know that China will join that. They said that. They said if they attack Iran, they will then also attack Israel. That's what China said. I mean, escalation. That would be an escalation. Yeah. Let's see, guys. Let's see. Thanks for joining. I wish you all a good evening, and I will try to share more trades. And yeah, I hope you are good. Take care, guys. Love you. Thank you for supporting us and being with us. We are trying our best. And now that I am a bit more available, I will also be more active, inshallah. Thank you for your patience with me, really. Yeah. Good night. See you.